being at the Sphere kind of playing and taking that fight?
Well, as of right now, we don't know exactly where the fight is going to be at. We don't know the location of the fight. The Sphere is one of the places that they talked about. So we don't know if it's 100% going to be there. And this is not actually a fight, it's an exhibition.
Okay.
What is it you expect to see? Okay? Why are you so excited about a fight, which I promise you is not going to yield combat, is not going to yield anything in the way of marketable violence, which is going to be an exhibition of one person's tremendous skill, technique, defensive capability, and is not going to be the can't miss fight that you think it is. And people would give me blank looks. Huh? You know, what are you talking about?
No more excuses, especially to my condition and also for everything. Like I'm so excited and ready to the fight. Although before he wants an exhibition with me, but I disagree, and I don't want to fight with exhibition with him. I want to fight a real fight like this.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. stuns fans by revealing the long-promoted rematch with Manny Pacquiao is not a professional fight, instantly changing expectations for the long-awaited showdown.
The Sphere is one of the places that they talked about. So we don't know if it's 100% going to be there. And this is not actually a fight, it's an exhibition.
Okay.
So we're gonna do it again, and hopefully we're gonna entertain the people.
Right. And as far as that, you know, what's it gonna be like fighting him again? You know, like 11 years later now?
It's just, you know, like I never really took any abuse, you know, in the sport of boxing. You know, still extremely healthy, work out every day, and you know, I got an exhibition with Mike Tyson also, another exhibition in Greece. So if I'm just sitting at home and I'm just working out every day, spending time with my grandson and spending time with my children, I said, why not go out, have a little fun, entertain, and put on some exhibitions? And so that's what I'm doing.
This all comes under a new spotlight, as Manny Pacquiao had been promoting this rematch as a legitimate professional fight for months. Floyd Mayweather reportedly requested it be an exhibition, but Pacquiao refused, insisting on a real bout. Having learned from the mistakes of their first fight, he is determined to leave no excuses this time. Mayweather's recent comments only add fuel to the intrigue, intensifying the drama around this long-anticipated showdown.
You know, I hope that it will not happen again, like the way it is last 2015. You know, it's the experience is like not really 100%, but I'm hoping for this time around no more excuses, especially to my condition and also for everything. Like I'm so excited and ready to the fight. Although before he wants an exhibition with me, but I disagree, and I want to fight with exhibition with him. I want to fight a real fight like this. So
The rematch has faced heavy criticism, with many fans and analysts questioning its value as a true sporting contest. Critics argue the fight lacks real competitive stakes, offering little in terms of genuine combat or legacy. Instead, it appears primarily designed to generate massive revenue, capitalizing on nostalgia and hype rather than athletic merit. For purists, the bout feels more like a cash grab than a meaningful showdown, leaving disappointment simmering despite the star power of Mayweather and Pacquiao.
Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao finally announced their long-awaited rematch. Kenya, I already see you shaking your head.
Nobody want to see that shit, man. I know a lot of people bought the first fight, but it was too late. This fight is entirely too late. But I was wanting to see a 49 and a 47-year-old guy fight, man. For what? I understand it's a payday, cool, but as far as the sport goes, like I don't want to see that shit. Not wasting my time, bro.
Somebody needs some money or something? Is that why they doing this?
I love it. I love it. I'm an avid, long time since I was 6 years old boxing fan. So these are things that keep the boxing world afloat.
Well, I've been the biggest boxing fan for as long as I can remember as well, and I don't want to see this shit.
After shocking the sports world with his unexpected comeback announcement, Floyd Mayweather Jr. has left fans wondering why he's returning to the ring. Rumors of legal battles and financial strain have only intensified the speculation. Adding to the debate, Joe Rogan claims this fight isn't about legacy or fan admiration, it's about money. According to Rogan, the payday from this match could be precisely what Mayweather needs to settle pressing financial obligations.
You know, I mean, look at Floyd. Like, Floyd spends money like it's a tap. Like, he's got a tap, just like unlimited amount of money. Money's just flowing. And even as much money as he's made in his career, which he's probably made as much, if not more money than any boxer ever, like, there's all these lawsuits. Like, he hasn't been paying things, and he owes money on this and owes money on that. And it's like, and then he's got to come out of retirement.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough. I think it's just the lifestyle that Floyd lived.
Yes.
I think he can't fathom to just live a modest lifestyle. It's like he gotta be lavish.
On top of everything, Floyd Mayweather is set for a full-fledged rematch with Manny Pacquiao, a fight many claim the world didn't really ask for. While some hope for an explosive showdown, Chris Mannix delivers a sobering take. He believes the bout could turn ugly and fail to excite. According to Mannix, Pacquiao didn't impress against Mario Barrios, and Mayweather's long layoff has likely dulled his legendary power. Combining these factors, Mannix warns that instead of thrills, fans might be left frustrated and disappointed by what unfolds in the ring.
Floyd Mayweather against Manny Pacquiao to look anything other than two old guys going at it in the ring, you are going to be disappointed. You said there's going to be a knockout. No, there's not. No, there's not. I don't think either one of these guys can punch anymore. Pacquiao couldn't hurt Mario Barrios, and Floyd, who was never a power puncher, at least not in these higher weights, has not fought in nearly a decade. This is going to be ugly. It is going to be two guys well past their athletic primes, still quasi-skilled because some of those reflexes you still have, some of those muscle twitches that you still can go to, but shells of their former self. It'll be a cool event. It'll happen in the Sphere. I'm sure it'll sell lots of tickets. I'm sure it will do a big number on Netflix, but go into this event with your eyes wide open. It is going to be horrible.
Sergio Mora doesn't hold back with his candid warning. He argues that despite Manny's confidence, the youthful spark that wants to find him has faded. Highlighting Pacquiao's performance against Mario Barrios, who was later beaten decisively by Ryan Garcia, Mora believes the idea of Manny still being explosive is outdated. Facing Floyd Mayweather again, he warns won't do Manny any favors this time. In Mora's eyes, the rematch risks exposing the gap between Pacquiao's past glory and his current form, leaving little to impress fans.
But it is not going to look good in the ring.
No, it's not, because Manny Pacquiao made a career because he was so explosive from that southpaw stance. So that's why he was able to climb 8 divisions, because he was so fast with his feet. He was so explosive. You see Manny Pacquiao's calves, they look like biceps. You know, they're huge. He was explosive with his feet. What's the first thing to go for a fighter? One of the first things to go is the legs. The legs go. So if you were a fighter that relied on legs, just like Manny Pacquiao, all that power came from the lower body. It came from the foundation. He's not going to have that anymore. And mind you, Pacquiao looked pretty decent against Mario Barrios, but now that we see what Mario Barrios did against Ryan Garcia, now you can't give him credit. You take away credit from Manny Pacquiao, because no matter if he was 45, 46 years old, Barrios is not good on the championship level, and he proved that over and over and over again already.
It's not just the Pacquiao rematch causing controversy. Floyd Mayweather's rumored fight with Mike Tyson is drawing major backlash too. Joe Rogan and Terrence Crawford have voiced what many fans are thinking, questioning if the bout could be scripted like some of Floyd's past events. With Mayweather reportedly dealing with lawsuits and growing financial pressures, the timing only adds fuel to the fire. Fans are left wondering, is this all hype, or is there a bigger story unfolding behind the scenes?
I think that's crazy. He's going to have an exhibition with Tyson, which is crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Mike is so much bigger than him.
Yeah,
he's
but
so much bigger than him.
He's not going to land a fist on Mayweather.
Right.
It's not after his last performance. I think Tyson just needs
What do you
to
think was going on with that, the last one? It looked a little bit like sparring.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was scripted.
Yeah.
I ain't never seen Tyson biting his gloves, and like you could just it was taking all that he could not to like hit him. And it was just like, it's heartbreaking to see a icon go out like that.
Yeah.
You know, and
but it's crazy also to see him fight at 57 years old. Like, that's nuts.
But still, like, he shouldn't have been in there.
Terrence Crawford warns that Mike Tyson's post-retirement bouts all seem scripted, highlighting his exhibition with Jake Paul as a prime example. He believes Tyson has outgrown real competition and should stick to other roles in boxing rather than staged fights. Crawford goes as far as comparing it to selling your soul and predicts that the rumored matchup with Floyd Mayweather Jr. could follow the same scripted pattern, leaving little room for genuine sport or excitement.
You know, I think it's other ways.
Yeah.
You know, it's other ways for.
But what did he get? He got at least 20, right?
Yeah, but still, I think.
I think he needed
all
that money.
Yeah, but with all his connections and things like that, I think people could have put him in the right position to make some money.
If he's got people with him that are looking out for his best interest, but you know how it is. When there's a guy like that that's a big name, usually everybody around him pretends they're looking out for their best interest, but there's always lawsuits later on. You find out someone was stealing money or not paying him what he deserved. There's always a bunch of involved.
Yeah.
You know, unfortunately, especially if you're not business-minded, which I don't know if Mike is, but most fighters aren't. Most fighters concentrate on fighting.
Mm-hmm.
To be business-minded, that's a giant distraction. You got to pay attention to all this other. On top of that, it's generally not how they think.
Right.
Despite that, the predictions keep flying in. Rising star Shakur Stefansson steps in with a bold prediction. He sees Floyd Mayweather outclassing Manny Pacquiao once again, emphasizing Mayweather's technical mastery and defensive genius. Stefansson believes smart, calculated boxing will prevail, showcasing how the fundamentals of hit without getting hit can still dominate even against a relentless challenger like Pacquiao.
Yeah, Floyd really making a comeback?
Yeah, he's fighting Pacquiao.
A real comeback?
Yeah, real fight. PacMan versus Floyd. Floyd gonna cook that nigga.
Wait, for real?
Yeah, Floyd gonna cook that nigga. Bet
I
all
didn't
your
even know
money.
that was happening. When?
September.
Damn.
Yeah.
Everything on Floyd.
The gold.
I ain't bet on like a match before, low key. I don't think. I be scared to.
Bet whatever on Floyd. Bet whatever. He gonna outbox him, make it easy. Get his check, go home.
But that's on you, bro. Please, bro. Don't let me down.
What?
Bro, I don't like losing bets, bro.
I don't lose bets when it comes to boxing.
For real?
Barely. I lost before though.
Wait, what's your record? You undefeated, right?
Yeah, I'm 25-0.
On the other hand, Andre Ward's insights are adding even more intensity. Reflecting on the first clash between Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao, Ward notes that even Floyd had brief lapses, showing cracks in his usually flawless style. According to Ward, Floyd had to be nearly perfect to win that night, yet he still slipped. As the rematch approaches, Ward warns that Floyd will need heightened focus and precision to avoid repeating mistakes and stay ahead of Pacquiao.
It was a high-stakes chess match that neither fighter could really make any mistakes. Floyd did make a couple mistakes and he paid for it. Manny Pacquiao hurt Floyd Mayweather on 2 occasions, visibly, and maybe he hurt him other times that we're unaware of. Floyd Mayweather, it was interesting to me because he had to be almost perfect on the night because Manny was quick, explosive, fast twitch muscles, and every punch he landed, even the ones that were blocked, you heard him. Pop, 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 pop. They were hard shots. Floyd couldn't make no mistakes. That fight to me was exciting in that way. Every fight's not exciting the same way. And I think we got to understand that as fight fans and just people that love sports. You got to let it be what it is and find the good in it. So I enjoyed the first fight. But then Manny Pacquiao came out after and said, man, I hurt my shoulder. He said that he had a shoulder surgery, and that kind of marred the performance of Floyd Mayweather just a little bit. And then it was a back and forth.
As Floyd Mayweather gears up for his rematch with Manny Pacquiao, Andre Ward sounds a stark warning. He recalls Floyd's edge in their first fight, but also highlights the errors he made. Ward stresses that at 49, Floyd's mind might still feel invincible, but his body might not keep up. With Pacquiao now sharper and more disciplined, Ward warns that Mayweather could confront a harsh truth, risking the flawless 50-0 record that has defined his legendary career.
Floyd Mayweather is just as smart outside the ring as he is inside the ring. He's very calculated. Mayweather measures twice and cuts once. From a business standpoint, he's going to watch a fighter. He'll say he don't watch him, but he'll watch any potential opponent over and over and over, and he has to process, can he do anything with me? how does my skill set line up with his? Can I beat him? The problem with being 49 years of age is sometimes your brain can see things and tell you things that your body's not in agreement with. That's the problem with age. Your brain is still saying, I'm him. Your brain is still saying, man, I'm Money Mayweather. Man, these youngsters can't deal with me. But your body is saying, brother, we can't do it like that anymore.
With tension building around the rematch, the stakes have never felt higher. Max Kellerman jumps into the debate, noting that Floyd Mayweather didn't appear at his best against Conor McGregor. While critics focus on Manny Pacquiao's uneven showing against Mario Barrios, Kellerman points out that Floyd also displayed signs of mental wariness and wasn't performing at his usual elite level.
Mayweather and McGregor. And McGregor did way better in that fight than I thought he would. And Mayweather didn't take him seriously. And
he went 11 rounds with him.
He went 11 rounds in his pro boxing debut.
And Floyd carried him. You know that.
He didn't carry him. Floyd carried him. What Floyd did was come into the fight out of shape and realized early, Conor boxes a little better and a little more athletic than I thought. All right, let me just put up a high guard and kind of walk him down, keep this steady. I'm not going to drain him. That's different than carrying. That's a strategy to wear him down and stop him without taking risks.
If you call that carrying, then he did carry him. I looked at it like he was just draining him mentally. He knew he wasn't used to being.
Not to get too far afield, guys, the point is, whatever you thought about that fight going in, when that fight was going on, you had to watch it.
Veteran fighter Keith Thurman examines the larger landscape, noting that boxing has dramatically evolved with crossover events, celebrity bouts, and high-profile exhibitions. Thurman points to Mayweather's blockbuster match with Conor McGregor as a turning point that blurred the line between sport and entertainment.
Really, it was Floyd first, right? Floyd first did the first ever big super crossover celebrity boxing match against Conor McGregor, who was a UFC fighter, who was Jake Paul fighting a lot of boxing matches against ex-UFC fighters. So it's almost like Floyd set up the blueprint, and then, you know, Jake Paul took it to another level, and Floyd's like, hey man, I can't just let these young people do something better than me, and he getting all this bread. I used to be the money man. I was the money man, you know, and it is what it is, man. You know, he lives a very fancy lifestyle.
He also emphasizes the financial aspect, explaining that massive paydays often entice legendary fighters back into the ring, making comebacks both a spectacle for fans and a lucrative opportunity for the stars themselves.
Some people say that, you know, that they need the money. Pacquiao needs the money. Floyd needs the money. Hey man, you need the money, get back in the business and make the money. It is what it is, man. But this is what boxers know best. I mean, it's hard. How do you go from an industry that pays you multiple millions of dollars in a night? You know what I'm saying? And then you go into retirement and, you know, you do little things for people. You do an appearance here. You do this and that there. There's nothing like fight night. There's no adrenaline like fight night. There's no build-up like fight night, you know? And there's no money reward like fight night. So it doesn't surprise me, man. Like, it's hard to step away from this sport.
David Benavidez weighs in on the Mayweather versus Pacquiao rematch, suggesting that if Mayweather remains at his peak, he could still edge out Pacquiao. He notes that, however, both fighters are well past their primes, Mayweather nearing 50 and Pacquiao at 47, outing an element of uncertainty to how the bout might unfold.
As exciting as it once was, you know what I mean? I mean, Floyd Mayweather's Floyd Mayweather, but who is he gonna fight? I mean, unless he fights Pacquiao again, I would love to see that.
How do you think that goes?
I mean, if Floyd Mayweather is still who he is, I think Floyd Mayweather will win, but I don't know, we have to see. You know, they're both older guys. I think Floyd is 50. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to disrespect in any type of way, but he's a 50-year-old man. You know what I mean? Pacquiao's a 48-year-old man, too. So I heard something that Mayweather was going to fight Mike Tyson, so if they could do that, by all means, go ahead.
Sports journalist Charlotte Daly offered her take, describing Floyd's return as a calculated move. She believes while Manny Pacquiao seeks to avenge his 2015 defeat, which he links to a shoulder injury, Floyd's return adds a new layer of uncertainty.
Mayweather versus Pacquiao 2 is official, but the real story isn't the fight. It's why they're both taking it. Manny Pacquiao came back at 46 years old to push a reigning world champion to the limit. Against Mario Barrios in July, he looked a reborn, going into the 10th round ahead on the judges' scorecards. Despite walking away with a controversial draw, the message was clear. He's not done. Pacquiao believes he can rewrite 2015, stating he was only operating at 50 to 60% of his usual capacity because of a shoulder injury. He said the fans deserve the rematch. Now, Floyd is 49. He's retired, 50-0. He already beat Manny clearly the first time. So, why risk it?
Floyd Mayweather's return arrives amid mounting reports of financial strain and multi-million-dollar lawsuits involving his former promoters. While risking his flawless record might seem like chasing another payday, it's also a way to protect his legacy while addressing money issues. For Manny Pacquiao, the fight is purely about revenge.
He's currently in a multi-million-dollar lawsuit against his former broadcast partners. There have also been public reports questioning his financial empire. And in boxing, guys don't come back at 49 just for fun. Unless it's against opponents he knows can't touch him. That's something he admitted directly to me last year. But here's the other side. This fight will be massive business. First one was the biggest in boxing history. For Pacquiao, it's revenge. Mayweather, perfection. And if Floyd wins, he proves nothing has changed. But if he loses, that perfect record is gone forever.
So Floyd's seeing like these guys getting all this money for all this for this little bit of work they do. They ain't even really doing no work. So I believe that's why he wants to come back. And I also believe, you know, when I heard he probably want to pay off some debt. I heard he might be in debt. So, you know, so I feel like Floyd, allegedly he's in debt. I feel like he's looking and saying, I can kill two birds with one stone. You know, I can rack up some more money and beat some of these young guys, and they can say I'm even that much more greater.
Wade Plemons adds to the reports, confirming that Floyd Mayweather is grappling with serious financial issues. He points to a recent $340 million lawsuit Floyd failed to address, along with unpaid taxes, as evidence that his finances have taken a hit.
Go at it. I told you guys Floyd is going broke, and there's no other clear explanation other than, you know, we can look through the court documents of him versus Showtime, but missing $340 million, being years and years behind on his taxes, that's clearly the motivation for this. And because Floyd, obviously, you know, he is one of the best of all time, so if he still can do it. But Mike Tyson, followed by Manny Pacquiao, will get you out of a lot of financial bad situations and bad decision-making. So this is why I think Floyd is.
Meanwhile, Keyshawn Davis adds his perspective, noting that the fighters' ages and time away from the ring will make this clash very different from their first encounter. While Mayweather holds a psychological and performance edge, Davis emphasizes that the dynamics have shifted enough to make the fight unpredictable, with the outcome depending on preparation, strategy, and how each fighter adapts to the rematch environment.
It's a legendary fight, you know. I feel like it's going to be a different fight now that, you know, they're at two different ages. You know, they well out of retirement, well, past retirement, well, whatever you say. You know, so they both retired for a long time. And I think it's going to be a different fight, so the fans are definitely going to be in tune.
Who you get advantage to, Keyshawn? So we get advantage to Floyd or Pacquiao?
Floyd for sure. Because he already won the first time. He only as good as your last performance, you know what I'm saying? Last performance, Floyd won.
So you think about Floyd. Age, when they talk about reflexes and timing go as a fighter,
yeah.
You think his time and his reflexes will still be there?
No, both of their reflexes and timing still ain't there. But I'm going to say this too, though. Pacquiao's last performance was crazy against a younger fighter too, you know. But Floyd also been doing a lot of exhibitions, so they both been like kind of active, you know what I'm saying? But I gotta judge off their last fight.
Floyd's been off a long time, ain't done nothing. He's been inactive.
Yeah, that's cool.
Pacquiao just fought.
You traded Pacquiao too? Nah, he gotta be checked.
The bigger question now is whether Manny Pacquiao truly has a better chance this time. Some boxing analysts believe Floyd Mayweather is past his prime, opening the door for Pacquiao to finally secure a victory, while others strongly disagree, arguing that the timing no longer holds the same competitive relevance, making the matchup feel less meaningful, despite the global attention it continues to generate.
What he can do now at this age that gives him an advantage in that, and he told me, like, look, Floyd's a lot older. I think now is the best chance that Manny has to beat Floyd. Would you agree with that?
Is that person involved in the promotion or involved in it somehow?
No, it's not. He's not.
Why didn't they do it 3 years before the first one? Why are they doing it now? Do it when it matters. Just like Boots, when you're talking about Boots and Xander, that's perfect. I give all the credit to both guys for taking that chance. Because unfortunately today, the zero on your record is so important. So important to everybody, the networks, the managers, the promoters. And you become a better fighter, as Fundora has. You become a better fighter once you taste defeat because that monkey's off your back.
Amid the revelation of Rematch being merely an exhibition, what's truly shocking is that Floyd Mayweather's financial troubles aren't just rumors. Facing mounting debts, lawsuits, and alarming new reports, sources claim he's hit a serious low. DJ Vlad recently revealed that Mayweather is in the toughest financial spot of his career. The comeback isn't just about boxing, it's tied to his money woes. DJ shares how visits to fitness star Wes Watson and a well-known jeweler confirmed Floyd's struggles, with extravagant spending reportedly fueling the crisis and explaining why he's stepping back into the ring.
I was hanging out at Wes Watson's house, right? He's a big fitness influencer.
Yeah, I know
You know who he is, right? So we did a house tour.
Bald head, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
white dude, big,
prisoner guy.
Prisoner guy,
Yeah, I know
right?
what you're
Exactly. So when we're getting ready to shoot, he's got these kind of people at his house,
right?
And there's this old school jeweler dude there. They're oh, this is one of the OG jeweler guys. This is who everyone else gets their stuff from. And he told me, and I'm not going to say who it is, but he's Mayweather's broke. I said, no. He's no, really, Mayweather's broke. Now, I don't know if it's true.
Right.
This is what this guy told me. I'm how could he be broke? He's yo, he spends like crazy.
Yeah.
Spends like crazy.
DJ Vlad sheds light on Floyd's flashy lifestyle, noting he often flies commercial despite his superstar image. He claims Mayweather's investments aren't performing well, and he's far from the financial powerhouse he once was. Vlad also debunks reports of Floyd buying a jeweler arcade, calling them false. Yet an elite jeweler he spoke with reportedly confirmed Mayweather is struggling financially. Surprisingly, despite his legendary status, few people seem to notice or care about the boxing icon's money troubles.
I mean, listen, Mayweather never flies commercial. He's only flying private.
So he doesn't own his own plane?
I don't think so. I've never seen a Mayweather plane, like a Drake plane. I've never seen that. Not to say that he doesn't. I don't know Mayweather like that. I've never even met him. So I don't know. I mean, you have a lot of properties. You have a lot of money you're constantly spending.
Right.
I don't know. Remember at one point he said he was buying the jewelry district building.
Yeah, and they said
that wasn't true.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know this man's finances, but this guy told me that Mayweather is in financial problems.
See, here's the part about actually losing your money when you're on that level and you're, kind of flossing, showing off. Nobody gives a shit.
This rematch has everyone talking, from diehard fans to casual viewers, and the drama isn't slowing down anytime soon. Will it live up to the hype, or is it just another payday spectacle? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, hit like if you're watching the build-up, and don't forget to subscribe for every update on this legendary showdown.